Hey there, I'm Curryman. Today we're checking out Shadowfang Keep in Classic World of Warcraft, Season of Mastery. We're tackling this dungeon with a priest and 4 warlocks with their Voidwalker tanks. For anyone new that's tuning in, I'm actually multiboxing all of these characters by hovering my mouse over each WoW window and spamming the abilities as needed. It's a great way to solo some content and do some dungeons yourself, though your mileage may vary depending on your setup and your character choices. What's so handy about this team is they use damage over time spells, such as Curse of Agony and Corruption, and it's very easy to just kind of light up a target and set and forget while the Voidwalkers tank everything. As of level 20, we got Rain of Fire to really help us AoE down these mobs, while our Voidwalkers hold aggro. I'm still very excited to get my hands on Hellfire at level 30 to really chew down these mobs. As I said, I'm level 23 and these mobs are around 18-19, so really a piece of cake. There are a couple of Worgen that use an anti-magic shield, but otherwise the courtyard is quite simple. In my first video, I mentioned I'm from Canada, and I'm happy to say our snow is finally melting, and we have some consistent above freezing temperature weather. Wherever you're watching from, I hope you can say the same. Would be nice. I'm just about ready to pop off these snow boots and rock some shorts and t-shirts. Oh, that's almost a tongue twister. Anyways, we're speeding right through the courtyard, and I just wanted to pause at this pull here just to highlight some Rain of Fire shenanigans. I didn't have to dot up any of these mobs, and it really makes for some easy pulls here and there. At level 30, Hellfire is going to make this so much easier. And you might be thinking Hellfire will kill my team, but at level 30, my priest will also get Prayer of Healing. Oh, I forgot to mention, these ghosts like to cast a curse on you, which periodically summons another ghost to start attacking you. Luckily, this other mob just dies in one hit, so a quick wand will bring it right down. Although I do have my lazy moments, and I use Holy Nova instead. It's pretty mana intensive. This next room had a pretty good pull, though I have 4 Voidwalkers and I pulled 5 mobs. In this situation, I decided to Mind Blast one of them just to hold aggro on my priest, so that my Warlocks wouldn't be interrupted while channeling Rain of Fire. Sorry for the bad camera angle here, I accidentally pulled the 6th mob and I panicked just a little. Luckily, this team is so forgiving, so little things like this is not a problem. And success. Another big plus to this team is I can life tap my mana back and then heal it right back with my priest or with actually Cannibalize. That's one of the big reasons I also rolled Undead. Also, what you might be hearing right about now is a Voidwalker skill called Consumes Shadows. Instead of healing them back up to full after every fight, I can just have the Voidwalker channel that and heal itself right back up. Super handy. Next up we have Baron Silverlane, and he's dead. Over here we have the Paladin type boss. When his health gets low, he likes to bubble, so it clears all of my dots, but overall, not a huge deal. There's also some of the mobs in here that like to AoE silence your team, and that can really hamper with the Voidwalkers taunting. After all, it is a spell. Alrighty, we killed the extras, now I can just focus on the boss. Like I said, he'll bubble at low health, and we'll twiddle our thumbs a bit, but he'll go down eventually. And there we go. Anytime now. Unfortunately, this boss doesn't drop any juicy gear. The only gear I'm really interested in is in the final couple of bosses. There's some good caster gear, shoulder pieces, belt, chest piece, good stuff. Unfortunately, you have to chew through the entire instance to get to that stuff, but well worth it. And allow me to introduce you to the worst room in the dungeon, and you'll see why shortly. I accidentally had a couple Voidwalkers die. I kind of misjudged how much I actually pulled, but we kind of just scraped through a little bit, and we didn't wipe luckily. Okay, this is where the true tragedy unfolds. I ran up this stairwell and I was too low level. I accidentally pulled the mobs across the gap there, and here they come. Unfortunately, it is a wipe, and I decided I was a little too low level to cross that gap safely without aggroing them over. So I decided to start questing in Hillsbrad Foothills, and it really wasn't all that bad. You know, with all the PvP going on. A general chat was certainly full of people either reporting when they got ganked or people looking for alliance, but all in all, even with being a multiboxer, I kind of thought I was going to be ganked non-stop or camped by the alliance, but that really didn't happen. I only died a few times. Okay, that's, you know, it could have been a lot worse. So here we have this dwarf rogue really chewing through my team, and I imagine it's a bit of a wet dream to be able to knock down so many enemy players at once. For example, here's a gnome mage, and I can only imagine how fulfilling it would be to AoE down my team. And there's really no hard feelings here. It's just part of the game. Actually, I've been on the fence over whether or not I should PvP at all. After all, I am multiboxing, and I have an unfair advantage. So maybe I won't PvP. Or at the very least, I won't really engage unless somebody attacks me. For example, here I am lighting up this gnome rogue. He was ganking the surrounding alliance, and I just decided to kill him. But on second thought, I might just let him be. What do you guys think? Should I engage in PvP or only defend myself? You know, with the rule change on multiboxing, there is a certain stigma against multiboxers, and I would really hate to just further perpetuate that by kind of slaughtering everybody around me, although it is really fun. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Anyways, I dinged a level 24. I was able to sneak by the other room where I was having some issues, and we're killing the second to last boss here, Wolfmaster Nandos. First you attack the surrounding wolves around him, and after you kill them, he immediately runs right at you. He hits pretty darn hard, but overall I really enjoyed fighting him. Also, he drops some sick shoulders. Alrighty, just have to clear out these son of our ghouls, and we're on to the final boss of the dungeon, and my first official clear of Shadowfang Keep. I hope you've enjoyed watching so far. Please consider liking and subscribing. Alrighty, here we go. So he starts off by throwing some pretty hard-hitting shadow bolts at you, and the difficulty here is that if I overheal, I'll pull aggro, and well, actually, that's what actually happens. So his final trick is he likes to teleport over to the side and throw some more shadow bolts at you. Here, you know, my Voidwalkers really can't get their aggro back, so I'm just fending for myself. And I make the mistake of thinking that this right here is line of sight. Yeah, not quite. Luckily, there is Soulstone, so I'm gonna have to call this a success. I hope you'll agree. I've cleared Shadowfang Keep 3 or 4 times now. I've gotten some juicy cloth drops, and it's beefing up my team for even harder dungeon. Next up, I hope to show you guys a bit of Razor Friend Crawl and the ever so popular Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing if you want to stay in touch. I've also noticed some of you guys following my Twitch channel in my off time, and I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to going live one of these days, as soon as work stops kicking my ass, and we can have some fun on the live stream too. Alrighty, thanks so much. Bye bye.